Alright, quick little video walk around on the 07 Acura TL Type S. Kinetic Blue Pearl. So, front bumper. It's passable as a daily beater or whatever. See that? There's a good one. That's a rock chip, right? The front was like peppered with those. If you really look closely, there's a bunch. So I had actually dabbed and touched up, and to me it makes it passable. I mean, it definitely has something. I think previous owner might have bumped that. The most recent previous owner. Sure is pretty. A-spec lips, obviously hard to come by. Here is that weird rust bubble. Stems from underneath, and it literally hasn't gotten worse. It's been like 10 years that this car has been in my life, just about. Well, maybe a little less, maybe like 7, 8. No, it was like 9 years in my life. Okay, but it hasn't gotten any worse. So I look at it as a, I don't know, badge of honor. A-spec lips, OEM visors, obviously these little babies with a tiny spacer so that you can clear the caliper. So I love the A-spec wheels, but damn, those look good on it, and the fitment is like perfection. So all of this is fine. I had re-cleared the visors. I think on the other side there might be a little yeah, actually, I'll just point out all the exterior stuff. Yeah, see, when it's wet, you can't even tell. That means that another little sanding and some more clear or something would clean them up. Those are whatever. These are, you know, you can't tell right now, but these look okay. But there's, you know, they're faded. They're old. It's old. It's been sitting in the sun, so it's a bit faded. As a whole, if you just step back, that's how I kind of view my cars. If you look at them from 10, 15 feet away, it looks great. You wouldn't nitpick all of the little things. But, you know, if you look closely, like the back bumper looks good, but the paint lifted in the corners inside. I took a blade and cut what lifted, so it's way less obvious. But, you know, bumpers could stand to be resprayed. Has the trailer hitch receiver, so you can put a bike rack on it or pull a jet ski, I guess. RV6, V3 J-pipe, pre-cat delete, actually high flow cats that gutted themselves, so technically nice little smell of gasoline in the morning. Interior, oh, I forgot, that was actually a big deal. The interior was swapped. It doesn't have the, I think it's supposed to be the lighter color on this. On Kinetic Blue, it's supposed to be the lighter color. I think it's pretty rare to have the black. The original guy I bought it from, Justin, swapped the interior, so all black, you know, black titanium, whatever they call it. This seat has a split, but I bought some gray leather from a fabric store, and I kind of, all I did was, here's, it's like a T split, right? All I did was shove that leather underneath with some clear RTV on it to hold it in place, and it literally, let's just put it this way, I forgot that happened to the seat. Center console, this piece is very rare. The carbon fiber trims that go here and behind here, there, those are super rare. This was restuffed my last go around owning the car. The dash, Pablo Picasso edition. But I'll tell you what, it's split. I want to say it's split probably my last ownership, so at least 2 or 3 years ago. It has not gotten any worse with putting up the sunshade and stuff like that. The car right now is untuned. It could stand to get a tune because it has ported runners and stuff, and I feel like I swapped back to the 3.7, I mean the 3.5 regular OEM stuff. It is an absolute nominee for most likely to suck in water. So I would definitely, if you live somewhere where it's constantly flooding and stuff like that, I would definitely put in the stock airbox or a short ram or something. In the meantime, yeah, see, on this I moved the IAT here instead of here. I forgot about that. I think that's the shock sensor or the tilt sensor I added. It's connected to the hood latch release alarm. So motor, all that. The car has 243-ish or 4,000 miles. I'm sure I could go look. Hey, slave cylinder's new. Everything's pretty much new. The thing doesn't leak any oil. Clutch. Oh my gosh, I forget all the things this thing has. So RV6 upper strut mount, TN Super Street coilovers. I wonder if I can even show the K Sports. Probably not. It's too tight right here. Can you see anything other than brake and wheel? No, you cannot. All right. Well, K Sport. I think it's K-tuned actually. K-tuned upper control arms. Yeah, that's about it. What did I put? I put yellow fog lights. You know, that's all little BS. Anyone can swap back and forth, so no big deal. I'm trying to think of what else. It has progress rear sway bar, the 24mm one adjustable, set on the track setting, whatever. I just like it tighter so that it gives you that feeling. It's nice on turns. I have the Phantom Audio upgraded amp, which Jesse, cool dude, amazing upgrade. So the sound system actually sounds great. I'll more than likely keep the sub. Actually, I have to keep the sub and the amp because those are Jamie's from high school. So sentimental attachment, but obviously I'll leave all the wiring in case you want to add a sub. The ELS system with that amp upgrade, because before at 40 it was like not very loud, and then as it died, as it got older, at 40 you could not really hear much. I had done a video review of that actually, but with this one, when you listen to it, even with, and I have a little dongle that I plug into the Bluetooth that automatically turns on with the car and stuff like that, it pairs beautifully. With that input, which I'm sure is not the best, you can listen to music at like 15 out of 40 and it sounds great. If you want to crank it because you're really feeling that Soldier Boy, you crank it up to like 30, 25, 30. It sounds awesome. Trying to think what else. Oh, Comtech short shifter in there. That's a titanium shift knob. I may hang on to that. I don't know. Some people are particular about their knobs, so I don't know. Depends on the person if they really want to have it. This is usually cooked, and that's replaced. I think I replaced that last go around. Trying to think of what else. What else? I think vaguely remember this. I think I did this when I was taking the tint off the last time because it was bubbling. So the tints they're pretty new. That's actually pretty good. You know, it's an older car with high mileage, all weather mats, trunk too. I guess I could pop the trunk. Well, this is going to be a long video. Got a long history with this car. LEDs everywhere. Obviously, it was like the thing to do back in the day. Trunk tray. Everything good back here. Take it for a quick spin. Hold on. So it has a new clutch. I think it might even have a new steering rack. This all happened with the ownership of the guy prior. So the new clutch only has, I think, I want to say about 45,000 miles on it probably. The car has not been driven that much for the last 2.5 years. Or, yeah, more like 3 actually. I think we're coming up on 3. I probably should defrost the windshield. Defrosters all work. Calm down. Let's put the temperature up. So I think with a proper tune, with the 3.7 intake, with a throttle body, this thing made with just bolt-ons untuned made 304. So with a proper tune, maybe E85. I know, talking about doing E85, but with a proper tune and that stuff, I can't imagine you can't squeeze another 50 out, right? So 350, 400 in this has got to be fun. It's already surprisingly fun. I forget, because when I got the TL after this one, before I bought this one back, I remember thinking, oh man, I miss how much faster the other one felt. So you know, I keep selling it and buying it and selling it and buying it, but at the end of the day, I got too many cars. I can't just sentimentally attach myself to everything. And to me, it sounds good. It's not too raspy, not too drony. Fun little daily. Fun little daily. That was the whole point. When I bought it back last time, I thought, hey, if I was in a position where... Is that Sunrise Police? It is not. I thought, if I was in a position where I had to liquidate all my more expensive cars, I would be totally happy driving around in this. This thing still gets a ton of looks. It still looks really cool, especially with the wheels. And it's... old faithful, old reliable. If I had to drive to California right now, which I kind of need to, but I can't, this probably would be my choice. It ain't gonna break down, and even if it did, it's a J motor, J series reliability and everything else. Cruises just fine. When you're cruising on the highway, you could beat on it, and you literally still get like 250 miles on a tank. If you just cruise on the highway, it gets pretty close to, especially if you keep it at, you know, 55, 65, you'll get like 30 miles per gallon, which is pretty incredible. You can, rev matching is nice in this. I don't want to start my morning off with a speeding ticket, but I'll give her a little ripper, second gear ripper. And that was rolling onto the throttle, not pedal to the metal. It's generally how I like to accelerate anyway. I know you lose some time, but I like smoothness. So anyway, that's the car.